1. Okay, class. Can everybody please get out your close readers? And please turn it to page 30. Okay? So everybody please get out your close readers and turn it to page 30. Predicting hurricanes. Oh, you need a pencil? Does anybody need a pencil since I'm over here? So how many? Emily? You want to? You want one? Leah, you want to? Okay, class, so what we are going to do today is the same thing that we did yesterday. So yesterday, what we did is we read the story about blizzards, and we learned all about blizzards for the purpose of, for our close reader. So what we did yesterday is we read the story about blizzards, and then you guys broke up into your groups, and you guys underlined the key details, and you guys wrote in your chart as well. And then we summarized everything we learned about blizzards. Okay, so what we're gonna do is the same thing, but with hurricanes for today, okay? So I am going to read the story for you first, and then I will split you guys up into partners, and then you will read with your partners, and then with your chart, you guys are gonna fill out the information for blizzards. You guys should also have your chart, right? Get your guys' chart out, please. And then we're going to fill in the hurricane section after we read it, okay? Okay. So, I'm going to start reading now, so please pay attention. Predicting hurricanes. A hurricane is a type of severe tropical cyclone. It has thunderstorms and winds exceeding 119 miles per hour or 74 miles per hour. Hurricanes are devastating weather events. They can destroy homes and lives. They can flood whole cities and erode soils and crops. Using climate data, scientists can predict when hurricanes are most likely to occur. Hurricane season in the northern hemisphere lasts from April to November. Scientists can predict the number of upcoming storms. They can also make predictions of approximate wind speeds and intensity. They can be calculated using statistics. Scientists cannot say that a particular storm of the season will hit Florida on July 1st. They can only say that there is a 5% chance of a major hurricane hitting the coast from April to November. Once a hurricane has formed, it can be tracked. Scientists can usually predict its path 3 to 5 days in advance. A hurricane's possible course is usually represented as a cone. To predict the path of these storms, meteorologists can use many different models. There is no way to avoid a hurricane making landfall. There is no way to know what will be destroyed, but knowing when and where it will hit can help people stay out of harm's way. So now, just before I split you guys up, I just want to go over a few key terms that you guys may not understand. So, when we're thinking about the word, the northern hemisphere, remember we talked about the northern hemisphere the other day? What is the northern hemisphere? Armand, what is it?
It's like on top of the earth.
What do you mean on top of the earth? I wish I had a globe watch. Leah?
The northern hemisphere is like, you know the way north, south, east, and west?
Mm-hmm.
It's the way north on the globe.
Exactly. So let's just flip back to that page real quick. Let me.
There's a globe right on.
Yeah, well, like this is the one right here. So Remember we talked about this the other day? So this is the equator. So this is basically if you were to cut the middle of Earth in half, and everything on top, this is the northern hemisphere. And then everything below is the southern hemisphere. Okay? So I just wanted to let you guys know that. And then, what do we think when we see this word intensity? What does intensity? You guys have probably heard it before, but what does it mean? Dane?
Like really intense.
But what do you mean? Well, what's very intense?
Like
So intensity means there's just like different levels of things. So let's think about when you're going to the gym. So you can have a low intensity workout where you only work out, slowly. You do light workouts. Or it could be like a medium intensity where you're going a little bit faster, but not too fast. Or it could be something that's high intensity where you're working out super fast and you're doing so much weight. Intensity is just basically levels. So when we see this word intensity, we're thinking about levels. Because the sentence says they can make predictions of the approximate wind speeds and intensity. So that means the level of the hurricane. Like, is the hurricane going to be, really strong, or like not that strong, or super strong? So that's what intensity means. It's just like levels. If you think about it in levels. Okay, and then let's look. Is there any other questions about any of the words that we read in here that you guys were confused about? I was thinking maybe it was just those two words I wanted to overview, but after reading the story, was there a word that you guys were like, I don't know what that means? Is there anything, Camilla? Look, point to it right here so that we know. So I can explain it to you guys before I set you guys into your groups. You forgot what the word is? Yeah, you want to point to it on the screen, Camilla? Is it in the first, second, third paragraph? Or just look at it? First paragraph? Which one? Which word? Cyclone. Yes. So what this means is that a hurricane is a type of severe tropical cyclone. So when we see the word cyclone, that means it's like a tornado. Like it's a cyclone, like it's just goes in circles and it spins really, really fast. So that's why when we go back to this picture, that's right here in the beginning of the book, this is a hurricane right here. And we see that it's described as a cyclone because it looks like a tornado, but in the water. Because a tornado on land is up in the sky. So a hurricane is similar to a tornado, but in the water. It gathers all of this in the water, and the water rises so high that it goes onto land right here.
Yeah, it's possible for water tornadoes to turn into real tornadoes and start going around. It's like this movie called Sharknado.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a movie about sharks
Emily?
being thrown out of tornadoes.
Hold on, Ben. What paragraph? Which word?
What about maybe flight? It's a weird thing. I don't know what it is.
Devastating? So devastating means it's really, really bad. So hurricanes are devastating weather events. That means that it's horrible. Like it's devastating. That just means like it's so bad. Dane? Erode? Mm-hmm. So what this word means is that they can flood whole cities and erode soil and crops. So what the word erode means is, for example, if all this water goes into the cities, it can erode soil and crops. So for example, we live right here in the Central Valley where we have so much trees and grapes and just farmland all around us. If it gets too wet and if too much water comes, then all of the plants and trees will just fall out. Because you can't water a tree too much, because if you water a tree too much, all the roots will just fall out. So if it gets too much water and it gets flooded, it will erode the soil and crops. We have a lot of crops here in the valley. We have almond trees just right here outside of our school. So for example, if there was just like a whole pool of just water just sitting there for days, then the trees would eventually fall out. because the dirt needs to be hard so that the tree can stay solid and can stay sitting right there. So if it gets too wet, then the tree will fall out. It will erode.
But there's some trees that live in the water. How do they survive?
Well, those are certain types of trees. That's why not all trees can live in water. Any other questions about any words, class?
Why?
Okay. Leah?
Not about the word, but why is it stuck up there?
It's probably just because it's some sticky stuff.
Jane.
It's okay. It'll come down eventually. But okay, class, so now what I want you to do is I want you to, I'm going to partner you up, and I want you guys to split up how we did last time on a square and a star, and then you're going to reread the story, and then annotate the key details, which means to underline them, and then fill out the information right here in your chart, okay? So yesterday we filled out the information in the blizzards. So today we're going to do the same thing but for hurricanes. So with your partner, you guys can read the story and say, oh, I think this is important, underline it, and then write it right here. And all this information you're going to write is for the purpose of your narrative writing piece. So you don't have to underline and write everything in here. Just use the information that you would like to use for your writing narrative. Because for your narrative writing piece, you're going to be writing about if you were in a situation of a hurricane or a blizzard. So what information should you use if you were in a blizzard? Just like how Mrs. Sori says yesterday that, oh, I was on a train to my grandma's house and then the blizzard came and the snow chopped me in the train and it was freezing cold. You know, like those details, you know, that you can use to write your story, okay? So look for those key details that you could use for your narrative piece. So here, let me see. Let me split you guys up into groups. I'm going to do a little bit different today. Let's have, one group's going to have to be a group of 3 though, because we're at an odd number. So let's have Armand and Ethan. Armand and Ethan. And then I want Javon and Peyton. And then I want Olivia and Leah. Olivia and Leah. And then I want Dane and Emmeline. And then I want Elva and wait, actually I think we have Camilla as well. So let's have Camilla and Austin, and then we'll have Elva and you guys can be a group of 3. Okay? Alright, you guys, hey, get to work because we only have 35 minutes before we go to math break. So find a nice space. So
you sit there and I will sit there.
you guys sit there. Hey, I don't want to hear you guys talking. You guys should be working on your assignment, okay? Okay?
Cyclone. It has thunderstorms and winds. That's what I did.
Am I gonna have to split you guys up?
What?
It looks like you've been like laughing all day. What's so funny?
I know.
It's just when other people laugh, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, we're laughing because we keep staring at them.
Yeah, well, if I come over here and see you laughing at Nathan, I'm gonna sit you to the left.
It's just funny because I was had to get pencils and
Yeah, well, you guys should be working. So if I come and see you guys off task again, I'm gonna move you guys.
Picture.
Hi guys, doing over here.
No, let's just read through and then we're done.
Hurricanes are disasters.
You like that song over there, huh?
They can destroy homes and they can flood whole cities and
Very good, let me see.
earthquakes.
Yep, that's very key. what you guys share with each other, what you guys have done, okay?
No, I'm reading the next one. Using climate data, scientists can.
Whatever works best for you.
Yeah. Wait, where's the house? Wait, where'd you underline? Oh, I underlined. They can destroy homes and lives. They can destroy homes and lives. And they can flood whole cities and erode the soil and crops.
Meteorologist?
Okay. Using climate data, scientists can predict when hurricanes are most likely to occur.
Yeah, just like in that video we watched,
Hurricane
remember?
season is
It's like the weatherman. He knows everything about the weather.
last from April to
So a
November.
meteorologist studies
Scientists
weather
can
patterns.
predict the number of
Tells us all we
upcoming
need to know.
storms.
Like the
They can also
weatherman,
predict
he studies in meteorology. So that means that he just studies about, oh,
They
it's
can-
gonna rain today.
can also make
Sunny,
predictions
short,
of
rain.
approximate wind.
Yes, that's why we can only predict. Because they don't,
These can
nobody knows
become
exactly what's gonna happen. They can only
particular
make
storms.
predictions.
Will hit Florida on July 1st.
Mhm.
They can only see the
Exactly. Sometimes
5% chance
predictions
of
are
a
wrong.
major
Sometimes
hurricane
they're right.
hitting the coast of April to November. Alright, now to your they can I know.
And make sure you keep your mask on, okay? Put it over your nose so nobody stays up.
Also keeps it like all the way down.
It lasts from April to November. They're likely to occur in the working season in northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere. They can also particular significant on where's North Remember?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Wait, so water from water to where we go?
So predicting hurricanes. Okay, so
Devastating. Devastating means it's horrible. Hurricanes are horrible. Very, very, very The more the schools raining over there, the more they're gonna have that's crazy. Lots of schools in here, I feel like they're pretty like here. So it's all easy right here.
Wait, where are you? April to November. Wait, from where do you go from here? Should I go for Yeah.
That just means miles per hour. That's why right next to it, it says it's 74 miles per hour. That's how we see it here. So 74 miles per hour, that's like when you're driving on the freeway. You're going 74 miles per hour, that's fast. That's like when you're going like not very smart, but that's like if you're just going like on like highway 41 or like highway 168. So eventually you'll learn that that's like maximum
Extreme weather. Wait, see, so I heard you put like
November.
November to no. You can copy up that's not really working.
She's gonna read and tell us the key details of the next experiment.
You guys all take turns, okay?
I went first and then nothing. Yeah, because I'm like 6.
Which one's yours? Skateboard?
Yeah,
These wheels, they're not that rough, they're not squishy. In the middle of the sneakers are ripped up. What'd you do?
Those skateboards not supposed to be looking nice. The more messed up it looks, just
I've done like that. This is gonna start getting better some jumping off and stuff. Because I'm like turning different ways than I do. And but the thing is, I don't really want to do a lot of crazy stuff on it because this skateboard costs like my dad said it costs like $200.
It lasts you a long time.
Yeah, because these are like these are like top of my trucks, so I'm really learning and stuff, so you should last.
How's it going over here?
They have made cars like that. You can use it. Yeah, that car was sitting there. R-O-P-S.
I just don't want to do it. What do you mean? Like, you hear it vibrate or something? Oh, yeah. I think that's just because. I think it's because like you're very cautious. A little bit.
So we have 3 C's. Wait, it says 2
A-C-C-O-U-R.
I just never did.
I'm gonna give you guys about another 5 minutes to finish this up, and then we're gonna bring it up together and have a class discussion, and everybody will share what we have figured out with the class. 5 more minutes, okay? 5 more minutes, so focus, get it done, get it done.
I'm done. Elva's just finishing up writing the second paragraph. Oh, this one's a good one too.
You guys gotta be fast. We got like 2 minutes left. We should start working on it already.
I'm done.
You guys should be the fastest because you guys are 3 people.
Well, I'm like 2 waiting for Elva to finish up.
Yeah, because we can get everything.
Oh,
Yeah, get it done, get it done.
I'm gonna be fine.
You want to?
Wait, we're supposed to do that one? What? Yeah.
You wanna follow directions?
Wait, I didn't know that.
I said all of this just like we did yesterday.
No, I did. Oh, yeah, I haven't read it yet. I'm gonna read the podcast and stop on the
Okay, 2 more minutes, okay, 2 more minutes, finish up. So we're gonna share it right here together, and you can just we'll share it together. And then while you guys are sitting down, you guys can just listen, okay? Yeah? How you guys doing? Alright, 1 more minute class, finish up your guys' last detail, and then you guys all get back to your seats, okay?
Okay, I'm done.
Once you guys finish up your last detail, you can get back to your seats, okay?
But the first one's done.
No, second. Wait, the next one was the tree. I'm being real.
I didn't know that was called a tree.
Wait, I was thinking of something and I said, ooh, the snake's up the tree. So on the,
I didn't know that was a tree.
it was
I thought it was a roof. Well, it was a tree.
Are you surprised I have everything?
Save that conversation for match break, okay?
I'm a
Or you guys want to have a trip?
Lester's time.
Okay, everybody, please get back to your seats. Good job, everybody did great right now. I saw everybody, I was walking around and I saw everybody was writing great details in their table chart. Everybody filled out a lot of information from the book. So now let's do like how we did it yesterday. Let's go through and I'm gonna ask each partners what key detail that they are going to use for their narrative writing piece. So let's start over here. Javon, what do you want to add? Okay, and then as I am writing this information down, if you want to add this into your chart, you're more than welcome to. That's why I'm doing this here now, so you guys can always add to your chart, okay? So who was Javon's partner? Payne? Payne. A road?
Yeah, a road.
Okay. So club full cities and the road. Okay. Let's go with Armand.
Hurricanes are devastating weather events.
Okay. Devastating weather events. Okay, who was your partner? Ethan.
Hurricane season is the northern hemisphere from April to November.
Okay. So right now, as I'm filling this out, remember, if you guys want to add this to your chart, everybody's chart should be filled with information, okay? So now let's go with Olivia.
It has thunderstorms and winds exceeding 10 miles.
Good job. Okay. Leah? What'd you say? Okay, finish your home device. Excellent. Camilla?
Hurricane season
Check right here on the board first. Okay, we talked about the hurricane season already. So check the board first and just add any new details, okay? Just double check, there's still a lot of information in there.
They can also stay at, there is a 5,
Oh, right here on the bottom?
yeah.
So, there's a 5% chance of a major hurricane hitting. Okay, so what scientists predict, okay? Okay, good job, Camilla. Now, Austin.
And with thunderstorms and the winds exceeding 119 kilometers 17 for mph.
We already noted that one, Austin. Something new. Something new. So we've already said that it's a severe tropical cyclone that floods whole cities and erodes soil and crops. It's a devastating weather event. The season is in the northern hemisphere from April to November. Thunderstorms and winds exceeding 75 miles an hour destroys homes and lives, and scientists predict when hurricanes come. What's something new that we can add, Austin? What happened, Austin? We'll come back to you, okay? Let's go with Trent.
Scientists can predict the number of upcoming storms.
Okay? Yeah, we have that one right here.
We do?
It's okay. I know that a lot of the information is repeating, so it's fine. Austin, you're fine because you already said something, and Trent, you're fine too. Ben, you want to add something new? Because we're already getting to the end of it, so it's fine if you guys can't come up with new information.
Was knowing when and where a storm hits can save lives.
Can save lives. Definitely. Let's go with Elba. Anything you want to add from that group?
Yeah. April to November.
So you were saying that from April to November is the season? Thank you.
Hey,
Hello.
are you guys still testing?
No, we're not testing right now. We're just summarizing this the story.
Let me just take a quick break. I'm sorry, we're running out of time for us to deliver
Yep.
Snack Shack.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, does anyone have any money for a Snack Shack bag and or a Lucky to be a Jet sign? Okay, can you send them out one at a time
Okay.
with money?
Wait,
Okay.
I,
Ben, go ahead and go.
wait,
Come on here, come talk to me.
Just wait one at a time. What is it?
my mom forgot to put my money in the back. My mom was gonna give me money at the end of the day.
Okay, who's Elva? Go ahead and go.
What's in
I
What's in
I got my
my
mom's has it in her, but like when you touch it, we thought it's after school too.
Yeah, well then you could just do it after school.
Alright? Yeah, we can get it after school.
Ethan?
What's wrong? What happened? Oh, let me. Mr. Hart, we have me. What do you have? We have me. It's all slow. Hey, look. Alright.
Camilla, go ahead.
That bad? No, you can worry. Look up. I know that's so bad. This is bad. It was bad. No, no, oh, wait. Where did it go? It's on the floor. Yes. Yes. It's gonna explain. I've tried it before, so I know what everything is. Wait, this is the recording.
Thank you.
I don't think it's gonna happen today. And that was cool.
Here, hold on. Let me put it
What
down.
happened, Mia?
Hold on, guys. Just relax. She just has a little cut. She was picking out a scab.
Ugh.
Oh, what
Just like that.
She's too much blood.
Okay, here. Let's finish this up. So now we have Dane and Emily's group. You guys are the last two. Dane, anything new you want to add? Go for it. Everybody, listen up. Focus up again. We got 2 minutes left until break, so let's get it done. Excuse me? Okay. Hurricanes can be fast. Excellent. Emily, anything else you want to add, Emily? Oh. Oh yeah, we talked about this one right here. So thunderstorms and winds exceed 75 miles an hour. But that's good. You already know that. So now class, after looking at this list, is there anything that anybody wants to add, anything new? Anything that we missed that we should add? Javon, you have your hand up? Okay. Yeah, we put that right here. Scientists predict when hurricanes come. That's good. Leah?
Hurricane course is a cone.
Yeah. I think I'll do paragraph 3 now. Camilla, you wanted to add something?
Yes, there is no way to know what will be destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have all this information here, so you can add on to this after we come back from our mask break. So now if you guys have a snack, you guys can get your snacks ready, and we're gonna get ready to go for our mask break, okay?
Oh, baby.